Alright, and hey there Proxyians, and this is Proxify here, and guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Final Fanatsy IX Let's Play. So if you guys did miss out in the last episode, basically what happened here is that we have basically finished and done with the Festival of the Hunt. We bowed out that Zagnol boss, and we got ourselves both the Needle Fork and also the Mithril Gloves. Now, the Needle Fork is something that we are going to be using for Kina a little bit later on, once we actually do go and grab him on our team, but that's not going to be happening for a little bit later. I don't know if we're going to be doing that for this episode yet, or probably not, because I do need to go and do the mini game of the Chocobo type of stuff, so that we can be able to literally get ourselves all the different Chocographs and type of things, so that we can be able to get ourselves all the different hidden treasures that we can literally go and search for, which that would be really nice, and hopefully we can add some new equipment to on some of our guys if there is going to be anything that will kind of help us boost up our stats a little bit. But also too, before I also get myself into gear, there is a few other things I do want to go and show you guys, and that is the equipment that I do have. So we actually do have Vivi that has the leather hat, the glass armlet, bronze vest, and also the coral ring, which that is very helpful right there. We also do have Prox, of course, with everything that I've already showed over to you guys already for that. Also too, we can't forget about Freya. Freya's at level 8 and does actually have the iron house, silver gloves, and the glass buckle that I kind of just go and switch around with. But now we're going to do one more thing, and we are going to basically put around Freya, because Freya is actually pretty strong, and I am going to put her up in front, and she's actually going to be in the front of our party, and I'm not going to even worry about having Zindan in the front anyways, because again, he is a thief, so I am going to have him in the back for any type of battles that do go on. But before we actually go and head on over to the outer part of where we need to go to meet on over with Kina and also the Chocobo Forest, and that is actually going to be one other item that I did forget to go and pick up around the theater district, and that is actually going to be the Moogle suit and also the autograph from Lowell. Now, if you guys remember during that that last episode that I did, or maybe a few episodes back, we actually did the little side quest with Lowell and him kind of just trying to run away from the fans, and he actually hid around into where the artist's guy's place is, and we're gonna go right on over to there and actually go and pick up on his stuff, so that we can be able to get his autograph and also get the Moogle suit from him. Now, apparently, from what I've been told, is that the Moogle suit has actually been used in a previous Final Fantasy game from before, and you can actually use it, I think, like during like battle and stuff like that. I don't know exactly which Final Fantasy game that was all about, but if you guys do know, let me know in the comments down below. Because again, I'm not really all that too familiar with Final Fantasy games all that too much, so I'm not like a super hardcore type of Final Fantasy guy, so I don't mind getting a little bit of hints and tips and stuff like that, even from Final Fantasy IX as well too, because if you guys have ever actually beaten Final Fantasy IX all the way through, you guys can let me know on other things that happen with the other different discs, because the only one that I can only know right now is only disc 1, and I have actually completed all the way through disc 1. Now, going into the outer part of where Limblum is going to be, or where the Limblum Castle is going to be, there is quite a scary bit of some new enemies that we are going to be getting to see, which we have to be very, very, very careful about. Now, I think there's one enemy known, I think his name is Iron Knight, I think that's what his name is. He's like a big, huge pink dragon guy. That's actually one enemy that we do not want to get into across at all yet. This guy is actually pretty scary. He has like Thundera, he has like the fire and all that other type of crazy moves that he actually has, or I think it has Fire, I think, well, I don't think it has just normal fire. I think it has Fire, if I'm not mistaken, and that is going to be a little bit scary to go out and fight with that guy. And I think he also does have like a wing attack, which it doesn't really do all that too much damage to even begin off with anyways. But yeah, that's one enemy to stay away from. There's also like ladybugs, which those are pretty nice. Those are going to become a part of a blue mage type of thing that I do want to go and get the abilities for. Now, once we actually do have Kina, there's actually quite a bit of abilities that we can actually go and pick up around the outer part of Limblum, and also around the front entrance of Limblum as well. So I do need to keep a reminder on myself that when we actually do go into the front area of Limblum, I do want to go and pick up the exclusive type of enemies that are going to be there, because at some point those doors are going to be locked, and we're not going to be able to go and pick up on that mustard bomb ability or any of the other ones for that matter. And I think there's only like 3 enemies that are there that are kind of exclusive to that spot, so really nothing anything too important. But let's see, we got ourselves a letter from Stiltskin, so let's go and check that out here. So from Stiltskin to Mootnit, I left Limblum and headed north and walked around the mist to Gizmaluk and reached to Burmecia for the very first time. Ooh, very cool. So I guess we may probably meet up with Stiltskin probably rather later on throughout Gizmaluk's grotto, or maybe Gizmaluk as well. Now Gizmaluk is actually going to be a boss later on. I believe Gizmaluk is actually the highest of the different levels that are going to be here. I think Gizmaluk is actually going to be at level 16. So unfortunately we are not going to be at the best of levels right now, because we are sitting at like level 8, but we don't really have to worry about anything too much yet, because there's actually quite a bit of other things that we can also go and explore. I believe there's actually a healing area, I think somewhere out past where the Chocobo Forest is, which if you guys remember, that was during the little ATE little thing that we kind of got and see where we actually met up with both Marcus and also Baku as well too. Now that actually has a healing area, which you can actually get some pretty nice good levels if you want to go and do that. I'm not going to really worry about it all that too much, but I wouldn't mind getting up to those double digits for our guys. But speaking about these chocobos, there's actually these chocobo footprints, and we actually do need to go and follow them. But majority of the time that we're going to be seeing these chocobo footprints, I think we're going to be getting these things known as like geisha seeds or geisha greens or something like that. I think that's what they're known as. I think I could probably butcher it out on the word, but they're kind of like it's kind of like in Twilight Princess, where you can like literally go and pick up a leaf and literally play the Epona song, and you can just literally call it a chocobo. Well, this is basically, if you just give the greens over to a chocobo, you can actually go and ride around with it and actually do the little chocobo mini game, which that's what I'm going to be doing. Now I think we should be able to see a yes, and if you can actually see that there is a little bit of an area right on over there, that's where Kina's place is going to be at. We're not going to be really worrying about that area just yet. We're going to be facing off with some of the enemies that are going to be around in this spot, but right now we actually need to go and head all the way right over here to the Chocobo Forest, and I'm going to try and do that without running into an Ironite, because if I do, we are going to probably be screwed and we are going to probably die, and that would not be fun. So I'm just going to try and run as fast as possible so I don't have to worry about any of these enemies right now. But here we go. Now there's going to be some of these other enemies known as like bosses or something. That's also going to be another enemy that I think we've also seen before during around the Dali area. But oh, here we go. We got one of the enemies that actually does have the pumpkin head ability, which that is something that we do need to go and pick that up for Kina as well too. Now again, we're going to just do some attacking here. Just want to be a little bit careful with these guys, because they can do a lot of damage if you're not careful enough. Got ourselves some ore. Don't really need to worry about that all that too much. But also too, around this area, there's going to be quite a bit of other enemies that are going to just be having a lot of high potions. Now ladybugs normally kind of carry out on high potions. I think same with the I want to say similar to the crabs as well. Crabs are also going to be here around this area, which they actually do drop out high potions, which those are pretty nice. So always go and battle them if you ever want to go and steal out some high potions. There's like quite a bit of enemies that kind of have those type of potions here. Now if we go and walk across this bridge, you'll see this big huge dome area, and that's exactly where we're going to be heading on over to. So I'm very scared about this. Hopefully this is not going to be one of those Ironite type of dragons that are going to be here, because I don't really want to see them any more than I have to see them. Oh my god, we're going to probably die. This is actually one enemy that I was actually really afraid of, because this guy can do a lot of scary damage if you're not careful with this dude. So you guys have a high potion. I'm going to go and just throw down a fire on this dude. He is actually pretty strong. These guys are actually one of the most strongest of the out of all the enemies that are actually going to be here. So if I could at least try and pull off a trance at some point, I wouldn't mind trying to do some damage on this guy. Now we have to be super careful. I think we have to suffer a potion. We're going to suffer a potion on Freya immediately, so go as fast as possible there. Nice, so we got all that set up. We're going to jump up once more. Now, since we do have that core ring, I believe this guy also does have the Thundura parts. Well, he does have flame right now, so he's going to try and burn everybody down to a crisp, which that's not going to be fun. We better need to suffer an item on that potion on Vivi here, because I do not want to get screwed. Nice, and I think he's finally down. Thank God. Thank God. I do not like those enemies at all. And once we actually do start having Kina, that is going to become a problem, because when we have to start trying to like basically try to eat up that Aronite, it's going to probably take us quite a bit so that we can be able to get his special ability, because that is also another thing that we do need to go and worry about as well. So here we go, got ourselves Chocobo Forest, and we're going to go and meet up with the Moogle that is actually playing around with one of these Chocobos here. And, well, for me personally, let me know in the comments down below what is your guys' favorite Chocobo design throughout the Final Fantasy games. Do you guys like the ones from, like, Final Fantasy 7 to 9? Or do you guys like the Chocobo designs that were from, like, the original Final Fantasy games? For me personally, I don't really mind. I kind of like the designs for this type of generation console with the Chocobos. No, but my ugly girl came by here. Oh, well, I guess she didn't come this way. Maybe she's headed toward Prometheus after all. I better get moving. You're in a hurry, Kupo? Yeah, sort of. Well, then take Choco. You won't run into the monsters if you ride Choco. Okay, so Choco, come here. It's okay. Don't force him. No, if Choco hates, Choco runs away. Yeah, so Choco, come on, Kupo. No. Well, here he goes. Oh, no, he just runs away. Fine. I'll just get it to the point. Here, these are some glacial green, so you can just call these Chocos outside the forest with these. Find the Choco footprints near the forest and just use the glacial greens there, and the Choco will come. Choco likes you, so you call and he come, and please train Choco and make him strong. Now, the awesome thing about this is that when we start training up with our Chocobo, every time that we start like punching through the different like different parts of like the grass here, it's just gonna become like a drill. Like Chocobo is like literally gonna have his beak as like a drill, and it's just gonna start like going like haywire, and it's gonna be crazy. But I cannot wait until that happens, but that's gonna be like a few levels down the road when that starts happening. But heading outside, there should be some Chocobo footprints anyways that should be around here. It should be really all that too far away. Yeah, it's right here, just literally right up front, and you just go and literally pick out these glacial greens. I think you could just use them right from here, right? Or here we go. Can I just use it? Oh, here we go. So I used it here, and hey, there we go. And now we can just go right around the actual Chocobo, and we don't really have to worry about getting attacked by like any of the enemies or whatnot, which that's pretty nice. Okay, there we go. Heading right back inside. And you can actually go and buy out all the glacial greens from this Moogle if you ever do run out on any of them. But I think it's ready. But I think we're ready to actually go and do a little bit of a game here with Chocobo. So let's go and try it out. So what's the big secret? I want the glacial green. Yeah, what's the big secret? What's this? So welcome back. So I knew that you would get along with Choco. So do you know once Chocobo chooses his master, it follows him forever. So Choco ran away from this last master, so that guy was mean, but Choco didn't like him. So I helped Choco escape, and now we're living together. So here's the thing. Choco has abilities to seek out treasures, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. But I can't ride Chocobos. Will you help me? 60 gil per game, and it'll keep all the items that the Choco that digs up. Now, if you actually pick up, I think, a certain amount of items that you go through, he'll actually up your time limit that's actually here for this minigame. But then later on, if I'm not mistaken as well too, after that happens, then he'll start saying like, oh, you're running me out of different items and whatnot, and then he'll actually like kick you out of the actual part of the minigame. So let's actually go and try it out. So I don't mind. Let's try it out now. Oh wow, you can actually try it out later. So even though that we did put the 60 gills, I guess we could come back to it later. But no, we're gonna try it out now because we already have enough money as it is. So I don't mind trying to see what we could go and grab from here. But this is where you can literally grab all your items without having to go to the shop at all. So here's how to play. So it's called Chocobo Hot and Cold. So we get to move around Choco, and we can also dig using our square button. And so that's literally about it. And I think we're all ready to go, so let's try it out. So every time that you hit this spot, then you'll be able to see. Oh, here we go, guys. So some glacial greens. So nice. Wow, right at the very beginning of this. So now you just keep on hitting around here, and there should be. Oh, I think we saw something here. Oh, we're getting a little bit closer. Oh, hold on. Oh, are we getting close? Now, normally, you should kind of like go around the perimeter each time. Oh, I think we're getting close here. Oh, no. It has to be somewhere around here. Oh. I see that, like, that the Kui is getting bigger, but I don't know exactly where it's coming from, though. It's, like, somewhere around here. Oh. Huh. I don't see it. Oh, hold on. I think we got it. Got ourselves a potion. Nice, so that's our next one here. Now, if we kind of search around a little bit more. Oh. Come on. No, I ran out, but we did find a total of 2 items so far. Now, I know that I'm not really like the best at doing this, but I wouldn't mind coming back to that a little bit later, or probably do that off recording or something like that. But just give me one quick second, because I think what I want to do is actually try this out here one more time, and I'm going to see if I can actually go and find any of these special type of Choco stuff. And then if I ever do come across a few, we will be able to go and search for some of the different hidden items. So I'll be back in one quick second, and I'll try and see if I can go and find anything that can be a little bit of some help to us. Alright guys, so I am back. So I think I figured out on what we had to do here. So it took me a little bit of some time to literally play around with this game here, but we got ourselves our very first thing, which this is, what's this stone with patterns? So let's go and talk to Minnie here, and let's see what he has to say. So can I see? So there's a picture of some location on the stone. So this place has tons of treasure. So why don't you go into the forest and look around this place? It's free of charge, of course. So go outside and press the triangle while you're riding with Choco, and choose which stone that you want to go and find that you can dig. Alright, so I got an idea. So let's call these the Chocographs from now on. Huh. So that's what they're going to be known as. So I think Choco's been searching for something for all of this. So there must have been tons of these treasures. So you might find some cards, and you should leave some room in your card inventory. Nice. So let's go and actually check this out. Now I think if we actually go onto our items here and actually go into our key inventory, we can actually see that we should be able to have this Chocograph thing somewhere around here, right? Or well, I think we actually have to go right on the Chocobo out here first, I think. So take a look at the Chocograph. Yes. All right. So let's see what we got here. So we got ourselves our very first one, which that is going to be the Streamside. Now this one we've already seen this Streamside already from before, and it shouldn't really be all that too far away from us. So we're gonna go and actually select it, and we're gonna go and hop on over to there. So if I come around here, oh, here we go. And I think we found it right on the money. Found a chest. Nice. And got ourselves 2 elixirs and 3 high potions and 4 ethers. Ooh, there we go. 2 Germania's boots. Very nice. And those could actually be somewhat kind of helpful. But I think we already kind of want to keep with one of our abilities right now, because we do have like those desert boots, right? Which I think we've already had from before. Now I'm gonna go and basically go and end off this episode here for today. In the next one, guys, we're gonna go and head all the way back over to where Keena's place is gonna be. So if I remember correctly, it shouldn't be all that too far away from us, because it's actually located right on over here. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be heading right on over to Keena's place in the next one, and I'll see you guys then, and peace.